General Hospital spoilers, Tracy accuses Maxie of money laundering and appropriation of deception. A corporate war turns personal in Port Charles. Port Charles is no stranger to schemes, betrayals, and power plays. But this week's General Hospital spoilers tease a storm so fierce it could rip through one of the town's most glamorous empires. At the center of the chaos? Tracy Quartermain, a woman who has never met a corporate battle she couldn't win, and Maxie Jones, whose determination to protect deception may come at a devastating cost. Buckle up, because this is not just about business. This is about loyalty, legacy, and the dangerous line between ambition and survival. And when the accusations start flying, reputations will shatter, alliances will crumble, and no one will leave unscathed. The lights in the Deception Cosmetics offices always shine bright, even after hours. For Maxie, that glow has been a lifeline, a symbol of everything she's fought for since the relaunch. From fashion shows to viral campaigns, from Sasha Gilmore's iconic rise as the face of deception to the company's thriving social media empire, Maxie has been the beating heart behind the brand. But in the last few weeks, whispers have started trickling through the corridors of Port Charles's elite. Discrepancies in the financial books, unexplained transfers, shell accounts in offshore locations, and an unnerving pattern in Deception's quarterly reports that has caught the sharp eye of Tracy Quartermain. To Maxie, these are just rumors, nasty attempts to undermine her hard work. To Tracy, they're red flags waving in neon. And when Tracy sees an opportunity to tighten her grip on any company in Port Charles, she doesn't hesitate. Tracy has never been the kind of woman to rely solely on lawyers or auditors. No, when Tracy smells blood in the water, she hires the best corporate sharks in the business, private investigators who work in shadows, accountants who can trace a dollar bill through a maze of shell corporations, and tech experts who can hack into encrypted ledgers without leaving a digital fingerprint. What Tracy's team uncovers in a matter of days is enough to fuel her next move. A public accusation so explosive it could not only take Maxie down but also destabilize Deception itself. And Tracy isn't alone in her suspicions. Brooke Lynn, still sore from her last power struggle with Maxie, overhears enough to start wondering if there might be truth in the rumors. It all comes to a head on a Monday morning when Maxie walks into what she believes is a routine shareholders meeting. Instead, she finds herself seated at a long mahogany table with Tracy at the head, arms crossed, expression unreadable. Around them, the other board members murmur with a mixture of curiosity and tension. Then Tracy speaks. "Maxie Jones, you've been using deception as your personal piggy bank. And I have proof." Gasps ripple through the room. Maxie's mouth drops open, but before she can form a response, Tracy slides a thick folder across the table. Inside, copies of bank statements, wire transfers, and accounting anomalies that paint a damning picture. The terms money laundering and appropriation of company funds hang in the air like smoke. Maxie isn't one to crumble under pressure. She's been through heartbreak, loss, and corporate battles before. She rises from her chair, her voice shaking but fierce. "This is a setup, Tracy. And you know it." She points out inconsistencies in the so-called evidence. She accuses Tracy of manufacturing documents to wrestle control of Deception away from her and Lucy Co. She reminds the board that Tracy has a history of hostile takeovers and ruthless smear campaigns. But the seed of doubt has been planted. And in a corporate environment where image is everything, doubt can be deadly. Lucy Co., who has been both Maxie's partner and mentor, finds herself in an impossible position. She knows Maxie's dedication is genuine. But Lucy has also been burned before, many times, by partners she trusted too much. When Tracy offers Lucy a deal, distance herself from Maxie now and retain her shares, or go down with her, Lucy's silence speaks volumes. She doesn't agree to betray Maxie, but she doesn't leap to her defense either. Sasha, now rebuilding her life after a turbulent year, is blindsided when the scandal reaches the press. Tabloids run headlines like, "Face of Deception linked to money laundering scandal. Deception's glamour tarnished by criminal allegations." Sasha confronts Maxie, demanding the truth. Maxie swears she's innocent, but Sasha warns her that the brand's survival and Sasha's career might depend on cutting ties until the dust settles. When the corporate wolves start circling, Maxie turns to the one man she knows can dig deeper than Tracy's investigators, Damian Spinelli. With his trademark awkward charm and unmatched hacking skills, Spinelli begins piecing together the real picture. What he finds shocks him. Someone has been moving money through Deception's accounts, but the transactions have been masked to look like Maxie's work. The culprit? Still unknown. The trail leads to encrypted IP addresses, shell corporations, and a mysterious figure with ties to multiple Port Charles residents. Brooklyn, initially intrigued by Tracy's accusations, begins to feel uneasy when she sees how ruthlessly her grandmother is pushing the case. She starts remembering all the times she's been manipulated by Tracy herself, and wonders if she's about to watch the same thing happen to Maxie. Brooklyn quietly warns Chase that things in the Quartermain camp are about to get ugly, and not just in the boardroom. Spinelli uncovers a crucial lead, a forged signature on one of the largest transfers, dated during a week when Maxie was out of town with her children. The signature isn't just fake, it's been digitally manipulated from an old contract. He brings the proof to Maxie, but she knows evidence alone won't save her. They need to expose the real culprit. And when Spinelli traces the offshore account to a shadowy business in the Caribbean, he realizes this may not be a simple corporate betrayal, it could be tied to organized crime. In a dramatic shareholders' meeting 2 weeks later, Tracy prepares to finalize her move to remove Maxie from her position. She doesn't expect Spinelli to stride into the room with a USB drive and a confident smile. He plays a video file recovered from encrypted servers, security footage of a man in a Deception office late at night, logged in under Maxie's credentials, moving funds. The man's face is partially obscured, but enough is visible for Brooklyn to gasp. That's not Maxie. That's Gideon. Gideon, a former marketing executive Tracy fired years ago, who still harbors a grudge against both her and Lucy. The implication is clear. Tracy's own past has come back to haunt her. The board votes to reinstate Maxie's authority. Tracy, while not officially disgraced, is forced to retreat, her accusations now tainted by her failure to see the true saboteur. But the damage is done. The scandal has left Deception's reputation bruised, stock prices wobbling, and partnerships hanging by a thread. Lucy promises to rebuild. Sasha cautiously agrees to continue as the face of Deception, and Maxie, though vindicated, knows she has enemies who won't stop here. Later, outside the Deception offices, Brooklyn approaches Maxie. Tracy's not done. This was just round one. Maxie nods. She's ready for the fight. But as she walks away, she can't shake the feeling that whoever helped Gideon might still be out there, and that the real war for Deception's future has only just begun.